Thanks, Andy. Playing Age of Electric for a good reason. The last time the band played a show together was all the way back in 1998. In the years since, the boys have been busy with other huge projects. Todd Kerns went on to form Static and Stereo, now plays bass for Slash. Guitar player Ryan Dahle plays both with Limblifter and the Canadian alt supergroup Mounties. Well, now 17 years later, the band is reuniting for a one-night-only event, and it's happening here this weekend in our city. I had the chance to catch up with Todd and Ryan yesterday from our Vancouver studios. Hey guys, hello from Calgary. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. I have been following your progress on the Facebook. Ryan, I don't know if you know, but you and I are friends, and I've been looking at some pics from rehearsals. How are they going?
Amazing, actually. We were just talking the other day of how weird it is that it's not weird. If that's a weird thing to say, but it's true. It just everything feels really natural and really comfortable for some reason. It should be more awkward than it is, or more sort of strange and challenging, but it's been really muscle memory.
It's like old jokes.
It's a lot of jokes.
Yeah, a lot of old jokes.
There's a lot of laughing and sitting around giggling more than playing music.
Like, oh, I guess we should play another song.
Well, I mean, in terms of the muscle memory, did you actually have to go back, listen to the albums, learn the songs again, or are they really coming back that quickly?
Oh God, yeah, you definitely have to go over the songs and be, oh, what key is this in?
Yeah.
Figure out what's going on. But because it has been about 17 years, some of the songs we haven't played in about 25 years or something.
Wow.
Because a lot of the songs we kind of, you know, as you progress as a band, you play all the new ones.
Yeah.
And as we go back, we're like, oh, let's play that really old song just for a kick.
Bands break up for all kinds of reasons. Take us back 17 years ago to the end of Age of Electric.
The end. You know,
Who should we blame it on? We should blame it on Kurt or something.
Whoever's not here is going to get blamed for it. It's John and Kurt. We always talk about how it's kind of like it really wasn't in a sort of an actual break. It was sort of like a hiatus that just sort of ridiculously went on that long. You know what I mean? It really kind of felt like everybody gets busy with life and things, and we each kind of went off in different directions, and everybody did stuff. And you know, we've always talked about it. It always seemed like we were talking about, like, we should get together and do something. And Ryan and I would get together and write songs and come up with things, and then, you know, it just sort of by chance this kind of brought it back together.
How did this happen? Who made this show happen?
There was a promoter from Calgary named Dave Brooks that's been hassling me for a couple of years, just kind of like with the idea of doing a show. And then this one just kind of came up. I mean, a lot of people have been asking, why Calgary? Why now? And all that. It just sort of seemed like, you know, it just happened to fall right into perfectly. Actually, he's playing the night before our gig, so it's not all that perfect. But
yeah, we play with Mounties in Vancouver on Friday, and then Saturday we play in Calgary. So, but Calgary seems to be the right place to do it. Todd and his brother John, our bass player, they lived in Calgary for years, and we would always kind of end up there for off weeks. If we ever had any weeks off, we would take them. We'd end off in Calgary, and we spent so much time there. I think Kurt calculated once that he had stayed in this one hotel that we played for a year solid during during the course of our band. So Calgary was always one of our kind of best markets, maybe the best. So.
You know, you gave a shout out to the promoter who had this idea. Also reuniting for this particular show, Richie Mazawa and his band Zucker Baby. Give them some love too, because they're opening up the night.
Honestly, I don't think we would do it without those guys. I mean, the idea came up, it was immediately like, well, we have to have those guys. They were with us. We've all known Reed since '89. How long have we known Reed?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Man, he's old. Just kidding.
It's true.
No. And we're still really good friends with him. I think, you know, he's one of the kind of people that all four of us sort of keep in touch with.
Absolutely.
You know, he's probably the only guy that we all sort of have as a mutual best buddy.
And Zucker Baby and Age of Electric toured together a lot, you know, and especially in the last, like 17 years ago, that would have been the band we were touring with. So.
And they haven't played for years either, so it kind of seemed appropriate.
It's like 10 years or something for them. Yeah.
Yeah, they needed a reason too. I think we all kind of needed a reason.
I also understand that there are some new songs. Is this true? Are we going to hear something new in the Age of Electric set?
It's kind of where this comes from, because him and I started writing songs again probably about 10 years ago or something. Just, you know, he'd show up in town to see his daughters and hang around in Vancouver for a while, and we would just get together, sleep on a couch, and so we would just write these little songs like we always have done, and they sort of materialized. Because I have my own studio, I would, you know, put rough things down, and then my brother Kurt would come down and play. And then at some point, John came to town as well, and we put bass on all of them. So we have about 4 songs that we've kind of finished. So we're playing a few new ones, 3 new ones in Calgary.
And if I can go beyond, does that mean that there is a future for Age of Electric beyond this show in Calgary?
That's kind of one of those wide open things. It's the beautiful thing about it is, you know.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, she's onto something. Yeah. But the idea of, you know, of starting with a show, I think, is the most important thing. The show just felt sort of, you know, we couldn't think of a good reason not to play if we could make it happen. It's sort of like, well, of course we'll play. We love to play music and be together, and it's more like a family reunion than a band reunion. You know what I mean? Like we've known each other for 30-some years now. You know, and I think that the best thing about it is it starts with a show. We started as a live band, and we have some new music, and the sky's the limit, really. I mean, we could do pretty much anything now.
Well, we hope it leads to more, but we are so happy it's happening right here in Calgary. Todd Kerns, Ryan Dahle, this is such a trip to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye. And if you're lucky enough to have tickets, well, I'm jealous. This show is sold out. Age of Electric featuring Zucker Baby at the Marquee Beer Market and Stage. Doors apparently 6 o'clock, early one, breakfasttelevision.ca for more information. It's going to be good. I know that these guys have all been rehearsing hard. They all love music, so.
So many great tracks, too.
So many great songs.
Yeah.
Still to come on the show.
We continue our farewell. It's a surprise after the break, Tara. The presents continue, the gifts continue. We're going to send you off in fashion, 8:47. You're watching Breakfast Television on City.